but it just wasn't like coinciding with what I needed to do really. So after that, I was like hell depressed about it. That was like my dream. So that's why when you were saying all that, I was like, well, getting into un pedo, but then when you're in there, it's like a whole other thing. So I get into my feelings. She's not working out. I end up being in this like really terrible relationship with this like güero. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but he was hella smart, pero estaba muy deprimido. Like, y sí me quería, pero like, también me trataba like gacho, you know? And so I didn't know early experiences. So then that's like, I feel like when I set off on my journey, and I was working restaurant jobs, I was working like clerical admin stuff. I had worked as a legal study or legal admin assistant for immigration law. So I was in there trying to find out like where's it gonna be that like I could thrive, and really passionate about education. So I end up working at this Indian restaurant in the heart of San Francisco. All these tech people, billionaires that come through to eat there, and I just put on this front like, oh yeah, this wine, blah blah, this Indian people, blah blah. The owner who started it, she's like a Silicon Valley marketing for Google person, and her husband's a venture capitalist. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Don't really know what any of that means. I just know that I'm in the mecca of tech, and this is just where I'm making my money. I'm leaving with my however many $100 a night, right? And I'm like, oh, this is great. I really suck. There's hell of abuse that happens in the service industry, and people are really shitty, especially men, especially in management. So, and especially towards women of color. And this is another thing. That's why we're always like exposed. So I start hearing about this program called Hack the Hood. This is tight. Like Hack the Hood. They're like they're teaching people how to make websites, and you get a laptop if you complete like the thing. So I might look it up, and it's like, oh, I can't because I work with 2 jobs. Or like, I'm trying to do school still, figure it out, and like kind of work. I ended up making the jump, and I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm not gonna work in a restaurant anymore. Go to Hack the Hood, learn about intro to web development, tech stuff, right? And tech for me was like, oh, this is all like people gentrifying us. Like we've been gentrifying. I was like, I don't want to be a part of that. Like, fuck that. I got the lowdown, and then I learned about like social entrepreneurship and like different ways that. And I will say it is a nonprofit structure, so all nonprofit structures are not exempt from the weird shit and shady shit and the people they take money from. But I was like, I'm not here to ask that many questions, take the money and run and figure it out. Figure it out. That's what I said. And learn, because you don't know, so learn. And so basically I did the program, I did really well in it, and I was just always on the like, I'm informed heavily by like the American Indian movement, you know, the UFW, like organizing gente that have always done shit for us. Oh, and also in high school I was like president of the Latino club. There, like the club had fallen apart, and then I came in and was like, we should make a space for ourselves. So this was a way for me to kind of like bridge that gap. I'm like, why are people coming here and displacing the fuck out of everybody? And I'm working in immigration law, so I'm seeing how much people are making. And I'm seeing that they're getting the H-1Bs and all this stuff paid for by their employers. What's up with that? What about us? You know? I was like, what is that about? But nobody says that. That's just me being my oppositional thinking and being like, that's me being hella contreras and being like, that's weird. So I observed, and so then I go through the program. I did really well in it, and I actually liked it. I was kind of playing with the idea of software engineering because there's a scholarship I had heard about, and I was like, oh, that sounds hella hard. But then I said to myself, you know what, I really like, it's a free ride to do this coding boot camp. It sounds scary as fuck. Women like you aren't in it. You'll probably get in if you apply, and it's free resources. If anything, like it might lead to more opportunities, even though it's gonna be really hard. It was really hard. I ended up applying. I got the scholarship to go to this like $15,000 coding boot camp, paid for by Adobe through a program, an initiative they started with their diversity, inclusion, social impact, called the Adobe Digital Academy. Right, like, antes que hiciera eso, back to me, hey, you know, do you want to be a junior instructor? We have a role in the summer. I ended up teaching inner city youth in the Fillmore district, and from like the Tenderloin in San Francisco. That's who I'm working with at a big multi-trillion-dollar corporation. They're hosting us, BlackRock. It's like an evil people. incarcerating folks. And I'm picking up all this as I'm going. I'm like, okay, these people are like, oh, social impact because you're doing really fucked up shit. So I get it, you know.
They have to put money for the guilt.
And I feel kind of like, fuck, am I being like tokenized too in my story, my experience? Because actually, that ended up doing a video about me too. And I had, and like, Lauren, the girl who recorded it, Hack the Hood, yeah.
That's like a fucking under. It sounds progressive, but it's like a incognito. Fuck you.
It's very contested on the naming. I like it because I'm just like, because my friends always like, hack that shit, you know, like. They could have said like techify the hood, but it does have. I've discussed this too. I'm like, some people don't fuck with the naming of it. It's kind of like a diss a little bit, and some people like it a lot. And it's just depending on the audience, you know. But we have to be mindful. Like, is this really ethical?
Yeah. Well, it's total branding. It's very smart. Total brainiac.
And so, there's the whole pedo and the whole politics there. But I'm just taking all the resources and going because that's what I need to do. I'm going back and teaching. So then I applied for a scholarship, ended up getting it, and I couldn't be working. I had to be full-time, like software engineer mode. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm coming from a liberal arts background. I don't know any of this, but I was scared.
The Matrix.
That shit. Like, working in the terminal, I was like, okay, like, I'm just gonna watch what they do. My final project I end up doing is like this mock website for like Native women in tech. Like, what does it look like if we created an online space for like indigenous and like yeah, just Native women. Cause like I'm down to ride for the guys, but like you know, okay.
We're gonna do some fucking amazing work together.
Yes. So, dude, it's so crazy. Okay, so then I end up going through a dorm, right? You have the opportunity to do an internship that's contingent upon your efforts in the program. So from January to April 2018, this past year, I was booked in that program. In May, I started doing interviews with hiring managers at Adobe. So, based on your performance, we'd like to have you come and interview with some people. If you're available these days, whatever. I do a phone screen first, then I do an in-person. It was really interesting because the day I went to meet with my hiring manager for my interview to see if I would get in to be an intern with them at Adobe, it was June 16th, and I had visited my grandpa the night before in the hospital because he had cancer and was like not doing well and had had it for many years. And so I had like said bye to him like the day before and sang him songs, and it was really emotional for me because I sang him songs in Nahuatl. And it's crazy because my mom, as much as she shamed me for stuff in that moment, she didn't say anything because I felt everybody felt in the room like, where the hell is this girl getting this transmission from, you know? And I'm like, that's because I put the work and I'm asking questions and we all can do it. And so I sang the song from Abuelito, and he hadn't been able to move, eat, nothing. And I asked him, I was like, Abuelito, like, when I was done, because I brought my son out, I was like, ¿Sí le gustó la canción?
Which song was it?
La de Abuelito, Abuelito, yo te quiero tanto, tanto. Yeah, and the Women Warrior song that I heard at Standing Rock. Yeah. And he said, y le hizo así, like, and everybody saw me like, what the hell is going on right now, you know, like, and I just like, I started speaking from this voice that didn't feel like it was me, and I was like, oh,
channeling.
I was like, oh, va a llegar a, but like, cuando llegue, you know, cuando empiece, I just told him to be guided by the light of the Buddha. I don't know, like, you know, I know enough, but it was like, I knew that that's what I needed to say to him, you know, and I told him, like, the strength in who we are is, like, the guidance you need, you know, and, yeah, and on the other hand, my abuelitas and my tias are all with the rosario, and, like, you know, they have a picture of, like, La Virgen with the Virgen de Guadalupe and, like, the Pope, you know, I'm like, fuck. A year or two before that, he had a similar thing where he went to coma, and I went, and everyone was going around and praying with the rosary, and I just was like holding his hand, and I was just watching him like as a tree, like rooting deep, and I was like, okay, so like, if this is what needs to happen, you know, it's cool, but like, I would love more time, like, you know, like on some metaphysical level, and then me escuchó, and then yo después de que hice esa intención, when he got sick a year before, right after I was done, I felt like I was gonna faint. Like I went and everyone said, "What the hell's wrong with her?" And I went into the bathroom and I couldn't even stand. I like sat on the floor in the hospital bathroom because I was just sweating. I was sweating it out. And I went and took a nap on the hospital chairs and I had a dream, a vision that the doctors had come out and said that he was gonna be okay. And I was like, oh, shit. When I woke up, one of my tios had come from Salinas because they work out there. And when my tios walked in, the doctors walked in right away too, and they repeated what I saw in the dream. Like, oh, he's recovering, like, because they had told him that he was not gonna make it to the next day. And everybody's already like, and I was like, I don't believe that. Let me go in there real quick. So when the doctors come out and said he was gonna be okay, everyone looked at me and was like, what the fuck did you do? I'm like,
shit about that power. So, sorry.
No, yeah.
Quick, but y'all just told me that there's a third woman that I'm gonna find pretty soon in Vietnam around here, and I'm gonna introduce you to her. And I think it's my tia Lydia because she does all the curriculum for all the Latino kids in Mono Unified School District, and she's valedictorian of Harvard. So
I have a friend that's at Harvard right now too.
Yeah, my tia
from South Central that I met at Berkeley, Alejandro. He just started his master's in education like 2 weeks ago.
That's crazy. That's cool. My tia and her daughter Kathy, they both graduated valedictorian their senior year at Harvard and got their master's there. They are both in education. One's a Chicano studies professor, and then my tia's retired now. But I'm gonna give you guys their contact and you Tony's contact, and it's game time.
We just need to have a meeting.
No, I know, and I'll set it up. You know, I'm the bridge. I'm the bridge. You know?
I don't know where you came from, but watch your ancestors and everyone's ancestors, because like they're conspiring. They're not gonna give up like that on us.
No, definitely not. And it's gonna feel good, you know, to have people's voices that are just Gabacho in here. It was getting like daunting to like try to navigate because when they ask for visions, they're like, how do we make more money to save this place? And I'm like, well, how do you save yourself first? And then you can make money to do this place. It's like, what's wrong with you guys? And that's like I'm telling you, like, Maria, the way you came, my ancestors told me in a vision that someone was going to introduce me to you. Like, I didn't know who you were, and I just knew you were coming. And then Nishta told me that morning, she's like, I got a present for you. And I'm like, what is it? Is it a bracelet or a necklace? And she's like, no, I brought somebody for you. And when I saw you, that's why I was like, whoa. And even Viva Swan was like, who's that? And I was like, I don't know, I think she came from my manifestations. Like, the elders sent her to help. You know, and I just wanted to tell you so you know, and I'll let you guys get back to talking, but you need to know this. Ever since you came to this place, in this ceremony with Kumi, it's complete turnaround. And I just wanted to say thank you to you for caring and you know, when I told you I needed help, you came in to help. And I'm just very appreciative and just know that.
I'm being blessed with good time because right after that, you know, you had things with your son. But I was like, you know, I'm getting emotional because I know it's moving us in the right direction. I'm just humbled. My son he's incarcerated in LA County. But at the same time, I was told that it's good to release him from the negativity that he's there with, and I think it's a gift in disguise, honestly.
Yeah, how long is it here?
I don't know, we'll find out. Let's see. We're gonna do a ceremony. We've been doing ceremony since 2 Thursdays ago, and then we've been playing. So my tia is also visionary, so she says she's going to be doing it. But it's like when you're doing something good for others, the negativity is going to come to challenge you, so you stay grounded. So I'm like in that moment right now.
For resistance.
I'm in that moment right now.
Well, I should come for you. I know why you said that. I know. So every time my older brother was on the street, crazy demon. And every time he goes to jail, he gets sober. And it is a good thing. And if he's in LA County, is he going to go to prison?
No, I don't think so. They said we're requesting they help with us.
And when he gets, okay, but if he helps, ¿cuántos años tiene?
23.
Okay, and if he gets in there, he's gonna run with the suit. He's not
He
gonna do
doesn't want to do
anything.
it. He wants to get his life straight.
I
He
know.
wants to build an organization.
Pero porque son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just need his name, and I'll talk to my brother. My brother, figure out that. So,
Yeah. He has court on the 10th next week, and also
I was in there for 3 months, telling everybody that their fortunes and their visions. From what I know is the Chinese, the white boys, everybody, they all came to me. And I would sit with them and meet them and give them advice. But don't worry.
he's going to be taken care of, and it's all kinds of different things happening.
Yeah, in the spiritual, but in the physical,
Yeah,
I'll make
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I'll tell my brother. I just need his name. You know, and it doesn't matter if he runs with anybody or not. He's just by himself. I'm gonna keep his pinky blinders on. You know, and I'll tell my brother to send me a lot of whoever's right there on his level or on his, if he gets time. And so don't worry. I can't promise, but I promise. That's easy. That's an easy one. Gotcha. I'm gonna get my mom a sip. Do you guys want anything to drink? Are you good?
No, we're good. We're going to walk to Earth Cafe in a little bit.
¿Y qué dijo la papá? ¿Quiere comer? ¿Quiere comer?
What's
I
your
haven't met
time?
him. Is he having a hard time?
It's 124.
What's going on?
My elders told me to separate me from the father. He's destroying me.
Yeah. How are you going to do that?
By bringing her powers. So that she could break free. Like she knows. Now she does. I wasn't supposed to tell her till I got like 7 steps in the manual downloaded to help her come back and save the Holy Grail, like the Holy Land. And I just finished 6, and now 7th is the hardest one. It's this separation of negocio en la bodega con él. And even her mom came to me and told me how clear. It's like they're the only hope, and I'm not the only hope, but she's the hope. I can show her the ways, I can divinely download some things and get some advice, but I can't make people walk, and I won't make people walk.
They have to choose for themselves.
You don't understand how happy I am to see you guys are here to feel this energy right here.
I haven't even gotten to like hack the hood, like the downloads on that. I just